What's up, y'all? Yeah, here's an interesting aftermath. Well, things kind of moved a little quick here. Time was on the crunch. Ran the Lincoln. Lincoln did really well. Once again, it showed its potential for being a Ford motor. And it hung in there. Unfortunately, the crush boxes gave. Like, bad. I'm going to show it first, and then we'll get to the one that's really interesting. And that was the mini truck. Yeah, there's no before of the red Blazer that's around out back. I built it in a week, ran it. The outcome was not what I expected. And yeah, the GoPro footage is really good on that one. I'll show you in a minute. She's a little bit on the chop top side now. So, alright, come around here. Yeah, it is an absolute mess from the 1 week thrash of the Blazer. Here's the Lincoln. Lincoln did really good. Rear end packed in a little bit, didn't really use the rear end much because I couldn't really see out the back. The front nosed up pretty good. Of course, the crush boxes were already the weak link on it. Front end did pretty good, and it is nosed up pretty bad. And it did push back really bad too. Ended up losing steering. Steering's locked up. And the passenger front wheel, which is over here, got bent. And since I run all 4 brakes, you can see right here where the caliper hit and locked this wheel up, so I was fighting that. And then I ended up losing the radiator. I was working the car so hard trying to get it to move because steering, yeah. How far this thing pushed back? Well, that's bent back. I don't know how well you can see it, but the whole column is bent. Let me see if I can get this camera in here. Yeah, there we go. See how bent that is? The whole steering column is bent. There is a slip joint right here. Well, it maxed out and then it bent the shaft, which locked my steering to where I couldn't really steer because it's nosed up pretty hard. Yeah, here we go. See if I can reach that. Yeah, it's hard to tell, but the steering shaft from here back is all bent. No, it's just hitting stuff. So that's pretty well locked my steering up. Had that wheel front end pushed up. The fan hit the radiator right down yonder, destroyed it, and then it got hot. Yeah, as you can see, it got pushed back pretty hard. Let's see if I can get this camera here. Yeah. There was a lot of room before, but the motor is now up against the firewall again. Yeah. Up against the firewall and pushing back. And that brand new throttle pedal setup. Well, here's the end here. That's actually bent down. It bent this here. I'm hoping it didn't hurt my carburetor because it would suck. So this is all bent. I was wondering why this thing was idled to the moon afterwards, but that's why. Motor still runs flawless, just got hot, stalled out, I couldn't get to start. I really need to get a high torque mini starter put on it. I pulled the battery box out, put that in the Blazer because I needed one, and I'm glad I used it. But yeah, there's your aftermath of the Lincoln. It's done. The crush boxes, like one of the crush boxes has ripped in half. And the other side, actually you can see it's actually been in the frame behind the crush box now. Yeah. Right here it's bending on the frame. Same way on the other side, it's like completely kinked. So this whole section is just junk. Everything crush box forward, still straight. I will save it because these front frame horns are still valuable Front suspension's still good, it's not hurt. I'll pull the rear axle and control arms because it's all perfect still. Of course, pull the cage, motor, trans, bumpers, all that stuff, you know. But the Lincoln's done for. It's done. Time to strip it, put all the stuff in the wagon, start building it. The Blazer. This was a dumb idea. Me running a mini truck was a dumb idea. I knew it was a dumb idea. And I confirmed it. So, yeah. Yep, there you go. Dumb idea. That nice, awesome bumper that my nephew loaned me. That bumper was doing work. Yeah. The body damn near knocked off the frame. Like, where's the other body mount? Yeah. It was pulling off the frame. This hit hurt. Go around the other side. And like I said, the body was coming off the frame. Yeah, that hit about took the body off the frame. I took a pretty good track shot from a minivan. Right in that door. It was an awesome shot. Kudos to that guy. It was a hard shot. I seen it coming. I braced. And the next thing I knew, I was seeing dirt out the driver window. And then it completely rolled over upside down. I got rolled hard. As you can see, the roof's completely caved in. When it was upside down, I noticed the oil pan was busted. The front diff, as you can see, there's oil all over my trailer. The front diff, or something, I don't know what happened, but either the front diff or the motor, I'm pretty sure the motor mounts are broke. Busted the oil pan anyway. Rolled over. Got it rolled back over. It was, all the oil already came out. Oil everywhere. I was leaking gas from being upside down. And seeing that, there you go. The A-pillar's completely busted and buckled. And I didn't feel it was safe. So I didn't get it back in it because we was going to pull this roof back up. But with the oil all over the motor, it's going to catch fire anyway. And come find out, it wasn't going to start anyway. There's a electrical connector under the hood that had come unplugged, so all my electrical was dead. And on top of that, the starter won't work. So I wasn't able to continue anyway. It just, the main thing was it wasn't safe. I would have just gotten rolled over again. But it's doing good. I was putting some good hits out. Trying to anyway, but I was the only truck in the class against everyone else had minivans. And unless you have a minivan, it's really hard to compete with. They are much more maneuverable, much faster, because this thing was a slug. I mean, it got going once you got going, but it just couldn't get traction. Another problem I was having was a stupid transmission. Let me up here. Where's that? Where's that? Yeah. Right before, as soon as I got through inspection and all that, the stupid shifter cable broke. So I was able to get it in the drive, but I couldn't get it back in reverse or park or any of that. So I literally stuck a bungee right here on this lever and rigged it up to the frame up here, right through that hole, to pull this back towards park and reverse. That was the only way my shifter would work. And towards the end, my transmission was starting to slip. And that's when an old boy got me. I was on, you'll see it in the video. Yeah. I had my GoPro going, which got the action perfectly. And it'll show you how wild of a ride it was. Because, oh man, that was an experience. First time I've ever been rolled, and that was a hard rollover. Yeah. So I was hard on the gas trying to get moving. I seen him coming. There wasn't a thing I could do but brace. I was bam, right off the passenger side door, bounced around, and then I was upside down. And I had the roof caved on my head, so I'm like this here, hanging from the seat belt. Yeah. That was a wild ride. First time ever being rolled. Again, kudos to that guy. That was a hell of a hit. Damn good hit. So, it sucks I wasn't able to continue and try to keep going, but it just, a roll like that just destroys vehicles. You know, even if I could have gotten it started, it probably would have just caught fire. It would have locked up because all the oil had done came out. Like I said, there was a little bit of gas floating around in the back where it had leaked out from being upside down. Really not that big of a deal, but mostly the oil. And just the electrical system was dead. And I really didn't feel safe with the way that A-pillar busted. Like, if it wouldn't been for that, we would have pulled the roof back up and tried to go again, but it's just one of those things to where I didn't have a halo bar, which may have helped a little bit, but I don't think it really would have helped a whole lot. But yeah, oh yeah, I forgot to show you how hard that hit was. You seen the passenger side. Well, it actually, luckily I put a 4-point cage in this. It actually pushed this cage out the driver's side. Like everything's pushed over. That's how hard a hit that was. My battery was sitting like this before. Afterwards, it was damn near on its side. Like you can see the floor. Yeah. How much the floor is buckled. Right there is where my battery was sitting. And it was completely sideways. And it was a hard hit. I already pulled the battery box and battery out. Gas tank's ready to come out. It's already unbolted. I've already pulled stuff out. I'm getting ready to cut the cage out next. Yeah, it's getting ready to go. Getting ready to get it fully stripped and scrapped. So I still got to pull. Gas tank just sitting there. Cut the cage out. Pull the wheels off. Cut the front bumper off. I think that's all that's left, and I can start throwing a bunch of junk in there that came out, all the interior. Get everything cleaned up from the hectic 1 week rush of throwing that thing together. And then I'll start stripping out the Lincoln so it can go to scrap. The Blue Blazer is probably going to go to scrap because I don't need it. I've had my fun with mini trucks. It's not for me. Just straight up not for me. I'd rather have a minivan. I should have had a minivan, but I was working with what I had. Strength wise, the Blazer is fine. It's good strength wise, but it's very top heavy. But yeah, it's just one of those things that it's part derby, you know. Rollovers happen. I rolled a guy, and you know I've been rolled. It's an experience. So I know I had a lot of people come up to me afterwards, make sure I was okay, been checking on me and all that. I'm like, actually not too bad. You know, my neck was a little sore, my back was a little sore. Nothing really out of the ordinary. It wasn't the worst I've ever been sore. Actually, really wasn't too bad for being rolled. But yeah. I did have my GoPro going, so I'll have that video going here soon, or uploaded soon. I'm going to get the Lincoln run, the GoPro from the Lincoln up first, and then I'll get the rollover, because I know a lot of people want to see that one. Yeah, it's been a hectic 2 weeks. Now I can try to get back on to try to do a normal routine video type deal. I gotta get everything cleaned up. Like, this entire shop is a friggin' disaster, and a lot of the stuff's gonna go. I'm gonna pack that Blazer full of junk. I'm gonna pack the Lincoln full of junk. I'm gonna pack that other Blazer full of junk unless someone wants to buy it. It's got a good run motor in it. Transmission's bad, but I have a transmission for it. It's zero rust on that. Very clean. But I'm not running any more mini trucks. if I was to do that class again, it's gonna be in a minivan for sure. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with cars. I'm better with cars. It was worth a shot. You know, I'm always willing to try something at least once. But yeah, so the mini trucks, minivans, they hit hard. They hit really hard. I don't think my back can really handle that too much, but it was worth a try. I got rolled. I had my fun. But there you have it. There's your kind of double aftermath videos, back to back, whatever. So there you have it. Drop it down in the comments what you think. If you saw the rollover, let me know. So until the next one, later y'all.